YouTube, what the crap's going on? Heir of Carthage here, back in the legendary West Rome campaign, and I had a comment from a viewer that I put up on Twitter, and basically this viewer was saying, hey, if you only got like 19 days till Warhammer comes out, and you said you're going to finish this, and you don't even control like half the stuff. Well, that's partially right, it's partially not. So technically I control, let's take a look here. So technically right now I control 77 provinces, either as on my own or as a military ally. So if we go to the victory things, but the general, what I'm getting at here is his general comment was correct. I need to hurry up if I'm going to get this done before Warhammer comes out, which is definitely my goal because I want to be able to focus on Warhammer and bring you lots of that content. So military allies do count towards victory up here, and I would like to capture this land, and I may, but for now I'm going to put this stuff on the back burner because it's not super important for me. Now, there are some desolate settlements that I could probably go ahead and settle and just hold on to those for the time being. But we need to conquer a lot of land, and ideally I want to pick up all this area that would have been Eastern Empire to really consider this having rebuilt the Roman Empire. If I control Britannia, all this, North Africa, be able to control the Middle East here, and what is modern day Turkey, so Asia Minor, and then the Balkans and Constantinople, Pannonia, Illyria. I want to be able, or Dalmatia is what they call it here. I want to be able to control all of this, and probably even a piece of Dacia. Obviously we need to kill the Huns in order to make this happen, because they're taking up a lot of my focus right now because Attila is kind of in my way. I'm going to go ahead and end a turn, by the way. I was ready to end the turn anyway. So we're going to cut through here and try and speed up this movement. I need to probably go ahead and pull my spies out of, or my priest out of Britannia, and start moving them on to places where they'll have a bigger impact for me. And just get ready to do a whole lot of conquering in general is what I'm going to need to do.
Consult your ancestors, but you will see the merit in the offer.
So people are offering up they want to arrange marriage with the 54-year-old daughter to their 28-year-old high king. This just strengthens my relationship with the Swabians, and quite honestly, I'm okay with that. I mean, it's not like she's doing anything for me over here, I don't think. I don't remember exactly who she is in the family tree, though, and I wish that there was a way to take a look at your family tree real quick while you're on the screen, but you can't. So I'll agree to it just because it's going to build my relationship, but let's counter. And, well, they're only moderate on it anyway. Okay, we'll just... Okay, no. Alright, so I ended up screwing it up, apparently, because they made the offer to me, and then when I did a counter offer but didn't change anything, they decided that they didn't even like their offer, so whatever. If they offer it again, I'll probably just take it so that I can try and improve my relationship, but we'll try and go see who that family member is to see whether or not she poses any significant loss to me. I doubt it, so unless she's carrying a ton of influence or something, it could be useful. Wouldn't be that big of a deal. And having a strong relationship with the Suevi, kind of good for me. If I betray them later on, okay, whatever, doesn't matter. If I end up using them to help me gain my victory, then again, great, they like me. So one way or the other, I see it being fine. The biggest thing I want them doing is helping to clean up crap factions in the north. And, of course, you know, being another buffer between me and the Huns. Oh, the Huns are going to come try and single out this stack. Let's see what all they have. Some of their stacks are damaged, but this would be very dangerous for me to stand here and fight, though they might be able to get to Sextus if I do not. This could end up being a dangerous situation. Part of me is just kind of tempted to stand here and fight with this army. And the reason I say that is because if I don't, are they going to turn around and attack Sextus because he's the next closest object of destruction that they can go after? And if they do that, Sextus's army just took some damage going after that city. If I damage these guys bad enough in this battle, I may be able to prevent them from hurting Sextus. So even though I might lose this army in this attempt, if I can damage the Huns bad enough to keep Sextus safe, I kind of feel like this is worth it. And honestly, that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. So some of you may disagree with this move, but I'm going to do it. It's just because I don't want to get Sextus killed like this. It's not a fitting in for him after all he's done for the Empire. And there's actually a very good corner to camp up there too. This is going to also be a bit of a challenging situation because my sword infantry are better against missiles. My spear infantry are going to be better at taking the charge of the cavalry, obviously. But they're not as good versus the missile storm from the Huns. But yeah, we have a very good camping location up here. So let's prepare to camp. And my cavalry, I will hide off a little ways so that we can try and pounce on large onager and other units. Okay. And let's get my Ballistari. All these guys are here. In terms of cavalry, there is some hiding spot here. That's not the world's best hiding spot, and I may move them back up closer to the red line. But for now, that'll be... Actually, I am. I'm going to go ahead and spawn these guys here, and then just hide them right up here in that small woods. Let's go ahead and start the battle. And this is all because I kind of mismoved here against the Quadians. I was a bit hasty, and I didn't make dead certain that I could reinforce Sextus with this army. So this is partly my own fault, but I mean, this is actually a pretty good place to camp because of the forest. It's not only going to help against the missiles, but it's also going to slow down the enemy missile storm. Or the enemy cavalry charges. Obviously, I already said it was going to help against missiles. That was kind of redundant. I want to be all the way across with the spears. And then we're going to be basically all the way across with these guys too, but it's kind of tricky to get them positioned just the way I want. There we go. Actually kind of thinking about leaving these guys outside of Testudo at first, so that I can have them throw their javelins. It'll kind of sacrifice my spearmen up front, but as I think my spearmen may be about to give way, I can release those javelins and at least let them do their damage. It's going to take a while for the Huns to get to me, so I'm actually going to stop recording and I'll come back on once the battle starts. Alright, I am back, and at least the first set of Hunnic reinforcements is pretty much right in front of me. There are some chosen Uar warriors here. That's definitely going to be a problem. Their Uar archers here outrange me. I'm going to try and lure their forces forward by trying to put a quick volley on those Uar archers. This ought to lure their cavalry and infantry forward. Hopefully I can retreat in time. Should be able to. Okay, retreat is starting to get risky, so I'm going to go ahead and beat a hasty retreat. And I'm going to try and lure the Huns in. My spears are prepared to absorb a cavalry YOLO, so I'm not super concerned about that. I am concerned about onager hammering my guys, so I'm going to have to keep an eye out if the onager becomes visible. It's very hard to see because the Huns picked a foggy weather attack. And getting my cavalry out too early is also going to be risky. My cavalry's all hidden over here.
We're being ambushed.
Okay. I don't know what the Huns are doing now, but they're pulling away from me over here, so I'm going to move forward again so that maybe they'll see me. I don't know what they're doing. I don't want them seeing my cavalry or backing off for too long, so I'm going to run my crossbows forward and see if we can lure them in again. Okay, yeah, they've turned. Not really ever seen the AI act like that. That was a little bit odd. Okay, let's see if we can get some of their cavalry in range. I'll go ahead and pull back again. Man, those crossbows are slow to get away. I do have javelins ready, though, for the Huns. Or no, I don't. I don't have my men on fire at will. They're in Testudo for the moment. I'm going to let my spears kind of absorb the cavalry YOLO. Okay, so we've got the Huns have kind of taken the bait here. Am going to go ahead and take these units out of Testudo and let them fire at will with their javelins. I'm going to actually go... I'm going to try and target... There's a step chieftain right here I'm going to try and target with my crossbows. And I'm going to let my... my infantry are going to throw their javelins. I want to get in here, though, before the Urs get extra charges. Okay, one of the steppe chieftains just routed. There's kind of a continual influx of Hunnic reinforcements. I'm going to send this one cheap steppe lancer to go take out Onager, and I'm going to hold on to the rest of my cavalry as long as I can. Okay, crossbows just kind of back up. My infantry has a ton of hit points. The one thing it does not have is shield wall, and that can be a problem. There's a lot of chosen Urs here. And I'm taking fire from a lot of these units out here, and I can't quite reach them with any one crossbow unit. I'm going to try and get in range with the crossbow unit. I just have to hope that my Carnuti Senoras can hold out long enough. No cores. Yeah, I cannot get range on any of their units at this point. Okay, I did manage to get their Onager with the Steppe Lancer. Their Onager withstood the charge pretty well, though. But is dying now, and I should be able to kill the other Onager. There is inbound Hun cavalry, though. So let's make sure that we try and wreck both these Onager. I'm going to charge them off their units, because I don't know if the enemy's smart enough to remount their... Okay. We kill the Hun general. While those reinforcements are a little bit busy, I'm going to bring in some of my heavier cavalry to try and get rid of some of their infantry before my own infantry takes too much damage to be able to complete the fight. In the center, our infantry are holding up pretty stalwartly at the moment. And we have successfully ruined the Hun Onager. Definitely a real chance that my general can die here, because there's... I actually don't like this situation at all with my cavalry, but I don't have much of a choice. I think I'm going to take my heavy Gallic cavalry and my Comes and try and push some of those units, and I'm going to bring my two Cataphractari to chase off the Hunnic cavalry. I'm going to try and hit these chosen Urs in the back if possible. Nope, that horse archer's trying to intercept me. Okay, forget the horse archer. Right here. Okay, all these archers are my target over here. My heavy cavalry's got to keep them moving. Okay. Got to get out of that fight because there's pikes. Nope, we have to stay in that fight there. I'm going to bypass the pikes and go for these chosen Urs. Okay, we're going to keep chasing archers over here. Okay, I got a rear charge on the chosen Urs. At least some of them. 2 units of them. One of my cavalry units got driven off pretty quickly there, as expected. Now remember here that winning this battle doesn't necessarily have to be the case. I would like for it to. But more importantly here, we've got to damage this army to the point where it cannot defeat Sextus. Okay, the shock cavalry is about to finish wiping out these chosen Urs who are fighting to the death, and that's not unexpected. They have insane morale. My Comez is getting killed. If I can route these other archers over here quickly, though, that'd be good. Because I need to get over here and pin down this larger blob. So we're going to lose all of our... Wow, these Chosen Ewers, man. Those guys have got some fight. I'm gonna use my Cataphractari to kind of bash up the spear unit there. That's probably one. Yeah, that's one of the Scree warriors or whatever their names are. They're super strong. I'm gonna back charge these pikes real quick and try and get rid of them. We kind of have a hole over here, and I have more infantry on this side. I'm gonna try and pull around, and we're taking a lot of archer fire at this point, and I can't get into Testudo because of the melee. At the same time, my archers can't get free, or my this is the problem with corner camping, is the AI can just YOLO you. Yeah, at this point I'm gonna take so much damage from the Hunnic horse archers, and I'm not gonna be able to return fire properly unless I get lucky like this and they get close enough. I'll try it. Right here I'm going to get a few of the Hunnic horse archers, but they're going to cause an insane amount of damage, and they're going to do so very quickly. I'm going to just keep trying to mop up as many of the Huns as we can here. I'm doing some pretty good damage over here on their horse archers. I'm going to keep targeting the Hunnic devil archers. I'm going to get into Testudo over here so I can try and keep a couple of these infantry units safe from the missile storm. Devil archers are taking a pretty good pounding. Again, my infantry, great health and everything, but with the missile storm and the melee going on, they're going to be in bad shape. I don't know how many more enemy reinforcements there are, so I've got to do what damage I can right now with my crossbows, and that is what I'm doing. These devil archers are close to the red line, and if they break, yeah, they should leave the battlefield almost immediately.
Our advantage has been lost.
Yeah, this is not good. I'm going to have to try and get some more melee troops over here.
The men's resolve is failing.
Probably should have held my cavalry a little bit longer,
The men are broken and are fleeing.
but I think I'll still get some decent damage. There's some first wave lancers here. I'm going to target them. They're a bigger threat right now than the horse archers. Okay. I'm going to just attack that first wave lancer over there. My guys are dying to all the Hunnic archers out here as well. I didn't even do a whole lot of damage to that first wave lancer. But again, now if these armies want to attack Attila, they have to deal with all the damage that I dealt to them, or attack Sextus, and it will make it more possible for Sextus to actually win that battle. So this was kind of a sacrificial battle here, because I mean this would have absolutely destroyed Sextus's army, especially after the damage they took, and it may still. I think that I have pretty limited chances if Sextus gets attacked on this turn in, but it'll be better than nothing. At least we will have caused some pretty substantial damage to these 3 Hun stacks that came in, and I can always try and fall back with Sextus initially too, because they've used a lot of their movement points to get to this army. So we killed 2,000 Huns. Wish it would have been better. Or, yeah, we killed 2,000 Huns. Wish it would have been better, but, you know, it's okay. Considering what we were up against, I would say it was a pretty nice trade for me. So they lost all of their chosen Ewers. They lost a steppe chieftain, which they won't get back on. Well, yeah, they could potentially get another steppe chieftain. The biggest problem I'm going to have is that they still have the Onager are pretty weak, so not super worried there. It's the number of horse archers left in this stack that concerns me. And quite honestly, there's a few of them here too. But, like I said, we gave Sextus the best chance that we can give him at this point if he gets attacked. Let's see what happens. If he does not get attacked, then we should be able to send an army out to help him. Oh, he's going to get attacked. There's more Hun stacks. My best bet here, I think, is to retreat just to try and clear away from as many Hun stacks as we can. So let's do that and see what it gets me.
Finding shelter.
I hate to retreat from the Huns with Sextus, but it looks like it may have just saved his life there. The question is, are we going to be able to get reinforcements to him fast enough? I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and put him in a fort and then try and rush reinforcements out to him. Yeah, they're going to catch up with what's left of this one, but that's not the end of the world. We'll live. We do need to rebuild this army quickly. This could have been better, but I think we'll be all right. Yeah, it doesn't matter what I do here. My guys are going to die. Yeah, the biggest problem that I had going for me in that battle is that my guys can't hold their testudo while in melee, so the Hun archers end up getting at me, which I need cavalry for, and I should have just saved my cavalry until later in that battle, I think. Wow, 10,000 talents to join their war against the Ghassanids, but still really don't feel like that's of importance to me. So the Huns trying to get their little bit of revenge there, and there are a lot of Huns out there. There's a whole lot of Huns. And I'm still wondering how we're going to get Sextus out of this alive. He's going to need reinforcements. He's going to need them as quick as we can get them there. Alright. So we did kill a couple of the Huns in battle, but we also lost our general. Rebellion imminent. Let's see, so Sextus is now stuck up here in the snow, and in terms of movement points, he has limited options because it is wintertime. If I leave him here, though, he is going to be absolutely surrounded by Huns. So I think let's take these spies, and let's start misdirecting armies. We were critically successful there, so that's good. And let's find the most dangerous Hun stacks up here and slow them down. This one is in pretty good health. That one's in very good health. I'm going to go for the one that's got the most damage potential here. That was not fortunate for me. I didn't get anything done there. And this spy cannot reach any of these Hun armies here. So Sextus in a pickle here for sure. If I fortify, I mean, I've got some pretty tough infantry that can hold out. The problem is they're going to YOLO into my infantry. But I do have towers working to my favor. So it would be a matter of whether I could withstand their horse archers or kill their horse archers. One of the two. That's what we would have to succeed at. I mean, obviously a fort is I think it's my best option here because fleeing every direction I flee is going to not only cause snow attrition, but it's going to get me tangled up with even more Huns. And you got this pretty sturdy army there. None of my troops can make it to where I need them at the moment. This all cavalry army. Sextus would have to break through over here. But if the all-cav army breaks through with the help of this army, yeah, we'd still have these three stacks, and Sextus, he could get to them on this turn. Because if they can reach out and hit that army, it'll probably retreat. It's going to be a bit risky. I'm going to move up this army to here. Yeah, I'm going to move this up to here. I'm going to attack with this army. I'm going to take some snow attrition here.
We hunger for battle. Ready for battle.
Problem. So I should be able to bring Sextus down here now. Okay, yeah, now we get the easy auto-resolve. And I can use the auto-resolve to replenish a few of my men. So I'm going to auto-resolve this one. Going to do aggressive. And we'll take on warriors to gain back some of my men. And then I should have all three of these armies. Yeah, we get 11% of our men back there. And then I can put all 3 of these armies within reinforcement range of each other. We're going to take winter attrition on every single one of them, unfortunately. Oh crap, now this one's singled out. Let's move these guys back as far as we can. And I'm going to move Sextus to here. If I colonize this settlement, though, my guys could technically retrain. Well, no, they'd still be under winter attrition. And I would lose a ton of those men. And this army cannot get out here close enough. Interesting. So it kind of puts me in a bit of a... Yeah, I think this is the best I can do to save Sextus's life. He's going to take some winter attrition, but I'm not 100% convinced the Huns think they'll be able to win this battle, especially not with me having all this cavalry. I'm going to feel pretty good. So I think I'm going to take my chances with where I'm at right there. And then we need to start retraining that army that just died. So I'm going to come here to Rambler Town where I have all my... We've got this... Isn't Drusus the son of Sextus, I think? Let's turn on this and take a look. Sure is. So the son of Sextus is ready to serve, and just in time because his father is in big risk. So let's bring on son of Sextus here. Wow, he's got some fear, reconnaissance. -2 to state religion. Apparently he doesn't fall in line. He does have -1 loyalty, but morale 10 versus barbarian kingdoms, zeal, authority. Got some good traits here to him. Let's reinstate a legacy. We'll reinstate this level 3 legion. And we've got him here. Drusus is a champion rider as well. That's kind of nice. And let's see. Let's start training in. I'm thinking Jovi Senores. These guys do have expert charge defense, and they do have better health than the Carnutes, and they're less upkeep, and they have good block chance. So I'm gonna try these guys because they're cheaper. I'm gonna get 5 of them. And then I'm going to get some of these senores too. And we can get him some Ravenna Elite Bellastari as well. I wish they had armored Sagittarii because I really could use the range of the Sagittarii, but they're just so weak in terms of damage. Very weak. I don't know if I made a Fletcher or something, I might be able to increase that a little bit, but they're still just very weak. So I know I have a lot of money left over at the moment, and that's fine too. Not really terribly concerned about it at the moment. There's 2 desolate settlements over here. Let's prepare this army to maybe come down and settle. Go ahead and settle those just so we can get the extra provinces towards victory conditions. This province clearly does not need this priest anymore. So I'm going to bring him across and down to this newer province where I can try and spread influence. I don't think any of these provinces really need these priests anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and get them moving back towards the mainland. Okay. Alright, so we've got them moving. Trying to think. Hold on just a second. Alright, little air was having a tantrum back there on the monitor, so I do have my navy that I need to take care of right now. Let's kind of sail forward. Okay, there's... Let's see who is the least defended at this point. It looks like the Varinians are the least defended at the moment. So I'm going to keep these two fleets together because that should ward off an attack from the Geats. And then I'll attack and kill the Varennians first, considering subjugating them because that's their last settlement. And then I'll use them to retrain from. Or I could just temporarily settle this province. It'd be crap. But again, just using it to retrain. There's a nearby desolate region there too. It's not like these guys are my friends over here, really. Either the Rugians, they've been kind of on and off with me. So, yeah, let's go ahead and call it good for this turn. It is AD 426. I think the climate change lifts in 430 or 432. It lifts some, not entirely. Do I really not have any retainers up on my emperor? Apparently not. Fatigue rate, wealth from industrial buildings in the region, immigration, Eastern empires, charge bonuses, epic poet, tax rate 5%, research rate 3. Oh, that actually could be handy right here. The ambitious magistrate, but let's see if there's no. That's probably going to be the best. Just kind of looking through here to see what would be the most useful for a governor. Most of these aren't that useful. Port buildings is not going to be a lot of good. Yeah, none of these are going to be a lot of good. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just see what's over here. Minus 10% for religious buildings. It's not that important. Man of force. Yeah, I mean, nothing else is really going to do any good here, though. All right. Let's end the turn. Let's see whether or not we get to save Sextus from the grasp of the Huns. I think we will. If the Huns attack me, I feel pretty confident with 3 stacks, one of them being an all-cav stack, that we can defeat them. An all-cavalry stack is going to be able to do horrendous amounts of damage to the Huns. But there's enough of them that they could attack me with probably 6 or 7 stacks there if the movement points work out right, so we'll see. The Geats did pass up the opportunity to attack me because clearly I have the strength advantage there, which will allow me to destroy the Varennians. Got a bit of a crazy situation going on up there with the Huns. Here it comes, too. They're the next in line on the turn in. After the Sassanids. The East Romans actually may be making some progress. That'd be fantastic because they're military allies. At least I'm pretty sure they are. Interesting. What are the Huns up to here? They're moving down towards me. Here comes Attila. He's going to make the attack. So the Huns are going to attack me, and they're going to use Attila to attack me. They have done so that I only have 2 armies, which is Sextus. That's fitting. And I have my all-cav army as well. But there are 4 Hun stacks facing off, and Attila has a fresh one full of Hun devil archers. And yeah, that's going to be kind of dangerous. But yeah, they've got a lot of reinforcements here. Fortunately, a lot of them are pretty dinged up. But Attila looking to take revenge on Sextus. Will he get it or not? Will he get the revenge or will he not? They're going to be able to field the 2 stacks at a time. I think what I need to do, if possible, yes, and it should be possible, is to basically hide my cavalry. There's plenty of forest to do it in, so just completely hide my cavalry. Corner camp with Sextus. Well, with Sextus's infantry. I'll try and keep Sextus around the cavalry because that's what's actually going to keep him safe. Yeah, I can get all the way up here and hide all my cavalry. Let's check out our corners. That one would be pretty acceptable to camp on. And the other one's looking potentially pretty good too, if I can find it. Where did it go? It's out here. That corner's not bad, but that one got a few trees in front of it, but that'll actually just give their guys protection. Kind of want them to have to... I think this one would be more beneficial to me, though I don't know where my reinforcements are coming from. I'm just going to put my cavalry all the way back here. And we're going to hide it all up in these woods. The biggest thing we don't want to do here is be too hasty. Let's see where Sextus reinforces from, because that's going to be a big deal. Where he reinforces from on the map is definitely... Okay, there's Huns coming in right there. Okay, Sextus is coming in close to the corner. Hopefully the Huns will try and go group up. Let's immediately move Sextus to the safety of this all-cav stack. Okay, it does look like the Huns are wanting to go get together and group up. I have a ton of cavalry. Again, my thought is that I need to just weather as much of the Hun storm as possible with my infantry. And then only when absolutely necessary bring my all-cav army out, because with all of the horse archers and everything else, we're going to have to be careful. So I've got 5 infantry that are in pretty solid shape. I want to kind of condense the area from which the Huns can attack me. I'm trying to consider whether or not to put my spears behind and leave my infantry in front. Because my infantry is actually... Because then I could actually counterattack the cavalry that YOLOs me. And I'd have a better chance of defeating it. We'll give it a shot. This could be the wrong notion. I'm trying to think about what to do with these crossbows. Thinking about just bringing the crossbows over here and hiding them in the woods. Let's see how this works out. Like I said, I want to absorb as many arrows and see if I can save my crossbows. They never do me any good up in the corner because they can't really get the range that I need over here. So, sitting here trying to think. And I'm kind of almost thinking about even tightening this corner camp more. So that I can put these Carnutis Senores up here. Yeah, let's go ahead and put them up front. Just going to get all those guys over there. It's going to take a while for me to get set up, but again, this is going to have to be done as right as possible in order for me to win because there's so many Hun reinforcements. This will potentially either be a great victory or a nasty, nasty defeat. Bring that one unit back there. Let my guys recover their strength. All of these troops are hidden. That is a ton of cavalry. Biggest thing that's going to suck over here is if they attack me with the Chosen Ewers. But again, even if I can just get the Huns to all bunch up in this corner and then potentially swing my cavalry out, surround, and pin them up into this corner, because it's the horse archers that are a huge problem. If I have to chase them across the map, I'm going to get slaughtered with my cavalry, absolutely slaughtered. That's why I'm saving my crossbows toward the end. I want them to be able to fight with my cavalry in case there's horse archers left. I can deal with Hun infantry and quite a lot of Hun cavalry with my own. I'm going to kind of go into 3 infantry lines here. I'm really just kind of hoping the Huns will sit back and expend a bunch of their missiles on this infantry line. That would be probably the most benefit to me. I cannot see any Hunnic reinforcements at the moment, so I'm going to come back when the battle gets underway. See you then. Alright, YouTube, it's on. Here comes the full Hun YOLO. Every last bit of it. They are firing everything they have into my infantry lines. And they're going to charge everything they have into my infantry lines here too. And I'm hoping that I have enough infantry to do a lot of damage to their melee cavalry. I may not. I do have the benefit of defensive testudo here, and they're firing a lot of arrows into their own cavalrymen here. But they're not going to take nearly enough penalties from this kind of steep. Wow, these guys are in testudo and still getting absolutely wrecked. I think what I'm going to do, this is risky because it's kind of early, but all their guys are pinned up here. My infantry are not going to last forever. I'm going to bring these crossbows out. I'm going to swing a bunch of cavalry out. And I'm going to try and pin the Huns over here in the corner where their horse archers can't get away from me. This is risky because I'm moving early. I'm going to keep both my bodyguards over here safe for the moment. I'm going to start moving these Scola Gentiles around. Okay, Attila is trying to get a piece of me. He's going to get charged. And he's not engaging properly, so I should be able to kill Attila here very early on. I'm going to try and crush this chosen Uar warrior.
Look, they're hidden units.
If we can kill Attila here, that's going to go a long ways. Okay, Attila is about to be injured. I need to go help this cavalry over here defeat these chosen Uars. Even though I charged them head on, the chosen Uars are going to basically fight to the death. And they are actually killing my... Attila is dead. He just died on the battlefield. I've got to go pin the Hunnic horse archers down. So I'm going to start bypassing a lot of the Huns here. We've got to get rid of these chosen Uars. I'm going to try and go pin down a bunch of their horse archers. Some of their first wave lancers are about to get a hold of my men here. I'm going to bring my generals out too. This is, again, it's already kind of risky for me to be operating out here. Is this chosen Uar dead enough yet? Come on! That Bosforan infantry's holding out like a beast, fortunately for me. Okay, I think that first wave lancer, I think it's gone. All this cavalry here, though, is getting absolutely destroyed by these spearmen. This is not going as well as I'd hoped it would.
This is a shameful display.
Attila died, but I've taken a ton of losses already with my cavalry. And my infantry corner over here, I've got to get away from... Come on, die. Okay, we're going to leave the Bosforan warriors. We've got to get in here and get some work done. Okay, let's get away from this. Kill these spearmen with the crossbows. We need to get spread out again. We're going to have to get in here and pin down... Okay, I'm trying to get rid of these stupid spearmen, but I'm blobbed up really bad. Okay, I'm going to try and push forward and just get into the Hunnic horse archers. This battle is going extremely ugly for me right now. We've got to keep the Hunnic horse archers from getting a breakout here. Sextus is getting attacked. Okay, we've got to lend aid here. Oh my gosh, this is just turning into a complete cluster crap because I can't control all the guys here. Okay, we're going to have to try and pin these horse archers into the wall over here. So I'm going to start running the horse archers down. This is my only choice. There's more horse archers coming in. I do have crossbows left, but I've taken such damage on my cavalry that I don't even know if it's possible for me to do it. Oh, no, no, no. Sextus is this one. Crap. And he's probably about to die. I'm going to see if I can save him here. Got a cavalry unit in there. Enemy's about to rout. We've caught a ton of horse archers over here, so this is good. I don't know if it's enough to win. I'm trying to get Sextus free of this battle with the Scree warriors or whatever they are right there. Gonna catch these guys. Okay, Sextus is safe. Let's go ahead and see if we can get Sextus away from the battle. It's going to cost me, but I'm going to pull away from this Bosporan. And I'm going to try and wreck it with my crossbows real quick. If we can get rid of enough of these Hunnic horse archers right here. Okay, let's go ahead and engage them. We're going to kill the Bosporan warrior. Okay, the Hunnic horse archers getting a little bit torn up here. Yeah, I've done terribly in this battle. I've done absolutely terribly, and there's no excuse. Just did not use my units properly. I'm going to pull one of these units. We're going to attack these heavy onager before they can fire. Okay. We've got to pin all the horse archers down. There's a Bosporan infantry. Let's leave the infantry to my crossbows because they are high hit point. And let's focus on getting the horse archers completely tied down to where they can't fire. Okay. Again, we're going to attack the horse archers with everything we got left. Okay, we took out that. There's tons more Hun reinforcements coming in. Let's get the Comez in here. Oh, this is not good. To have any chance here whatsoever, it's going to be completely up to our crossbows. And I'm not sure I like my chances here. Kill the Bosporan warriors, please. These horse archers are going to be a huge problem. They actually have decent melee stats, a lot of them, and that's what's costing me right now. I'm going to pour everything I have in here. Okay, pull away from those Bosporan warriors. They should have never made it to combat with me, but they did. Okay, let's wrap up all these horse archers. Come on, get these guys wrapped up. I don't think I'm going to have enough troops left to get the job done here. I'm going to just chase these horse archers. Okay, good. They've routed. And I'm going to try and use these crossbows to save what I can of my men. And I might be able to just bide my time until the timer runs out, to be honest. And then that would give me... I don't know if it'd give me a victory, but it may at least dissuade the Huns from coming back. I really need a victory. It says I win if the time run out. I don't know if that would allow me to take on warriors, because if it would, that would be a huge deal. I'm going to... I'm not going to use my precision shot or barrage yet, because it's too much of a risk. Got all my infantry over here. I'm going to actually bring my infantry out and try and use them as arrow bait. And then my cavalry. Very little cavalry left. Okay, there's not much of me left. There's very little of me left, in fact, and Sextus is over here hiding, but hey, I've got to keep him safe. I didn't know the Huns had this much strength left in them, and that's honestly what's got me surprised here. Okay, we drove off the Hun stacks. These reinforcements got killed, so at least they don't have those 2 large onager. I do think maybe they had 1 more onager. Could be wrong. Let's just get all of our men up here, get them rested. Let's have the general nearby. We can try and use his influence. These guys all need to be in defensive testudo. Spears and testudo. Alright, it's 12 minutes till the end of the battle. I've got it in fast forward. Sextus, I did not mean to bring you out here. For the goodness sakes, please go hide. Alright. We just got to keep Sextus alive. And he is alive, barely. Because I mismicroed. I was thinking he was the one with the star above him. But he's not the one that was attacked in this combat. It was the other army. Or yeah, it was his. No, I think it was the. It must have been the Cav army that was attacked because that's the Comez. Or no. Yeah, that's the way it was. It was the Cav army that was attacked. Okay, it's 10 minutes. Your men are overpowered. What the? What's happening? I've never even seen anything like this. It's giving me morale penalties. It's just like giving me random morale penalties. None of my generals have like anything that'll help their morale. I've never even seen something like this pop up. That's completely new to me. For some reason, though, the Huns are not advancing on me, and I honestly kind of hope it stays that way. So, kind of a weird end to this battle, but let's just see what happens at the end of the battle. It's going to be important to see what happens, at least. Okay, the Huns are actually still approaching, so running to the woods is actually a moot point. There's a single Hunnic horse archer sitting up here. I'm going to try and loosen up my Ballistari. Hunnic horse archers, Ungarde. That's a problem. Yeah, we're going to lose this battle. I don't know what their range is on these units. I don't know if they outrange me with the horse archers or if they're equivalent range. It's foot archers I'm certain outrange me. Okay, the Huns are just very slowly moving forward here. I should have run off and hid in the woods. It's too late for that now, though, because if I take off running, they're going to be able to shoot me or get a hold of my infantry, so at this point, I might as well just stand and give it my best. Okay, I'm going to let my crossbows... My crossbows are the only thing I have left that has a chance of killing all these Huns. They're probably going to bring up a Caviolo here. I've got to try and push their horse archers back over here because they're going to Caviolo me. Yep, AI is just going full YOLO, and they should. My guys are going to rout instantly on a Caviolo.
We're losing hope.
All right, I'm going to take this Comez over here.
Our men have given up and are running for their lives.
All right.
The battle is no longer in our favor.
What are you doing? I told you to run away.
The men are running, cowards.
Okay, we ended up losing. That's unfortunate. If I would have just taken off and hid in the woods, it would have taken the Huns too long to get me, and we could have gotten a victory. The good news is Attila died. So even if Sextus dies here, one of his dying battle was seeing that Attila died, and when Attila went down, it said the enemy general is dead. It didn't say he's injured, so I'm pretty sure that Attila the Hun is dead. And if that's the case, then that means the Huns will eventually fall with them. And they took a pretty good savaging to their numbers here. Attila's army got pretty much wiped out.
Retreat!
I have another army in the vicinity too, though. The sad thing is my guys are going to retreat far enough away that they might get singled out again. Let's see if they attack this other stack that was out in the vicinity. If they do not, I think we can get my men out of there alive, but, I mean, there are so many Huns around, it's hard to say. Ooh, no, they're going to get around me. Yeah, that's what they're doing right there, it looks like. I don't know what they're doing. They're kind of all... Oh, for goodness sakes. I don't know. I think we're going to make it here because Sextus did not get attacked. We can probably make it back to some form of safety on the next turn in. We'll see. I don't have a lot more reinforcements to send, but we'll do what we can to keep Sextus alive. It said that Attila died in that battle, but we'll see. I mean, it still shows a faction leader on that stack there, but I mean, maybe it's just the heir that took over. I don't know. I'm hoping it's just the heir that took over because it showed Attila's card on red at the end of that battle. Bleda, attrition, illegitimate birth, wavering loyalty, disease spreads, matter of state. Led by it. How did it... It said he died. I'm extremely confused at the moment as to how he lived.
How may I say?
I'm considering whether or not I should attack Attila with this army. It's a kind of a weak army, but if I kill him... Okay, I can get Sextus back to safety. I can get all these armies back to safety, and that's honestly what my priority should be because I don't want to give the give the Huns any freebies here.
How can I assist you?
Just for fun. I don't know if you can actually assassinate Attila, and it might not be smart for me to do so. It said he died. I'm so confused as to what happened here. Like, I got him in battle. It didn't say he was injured, but here he is. He's still alive. So that's honestly a little bit frustrating. And when I say it's a little bit frustrating, it's a lot frustrating, really. My Equestrian Legion got completely ransacked. It's going to have to come back and finish retraining. Wow. So that was a bit of an ugly turn, but you know what? We're here. So we'll see what happens next. HeirofCarthage signing out, and I will see you all in the next episode.